I have a public service announcement to make. It is about a reseller on Amazon, Reverb, and one which also has its own website. I believe this company is a scam, is untrustworthy, and has awful customer service. My opinion is based upon my personal experience with this company and also after researching for a month online. This company has many positive reviews, but that will not save them from their shady practices. The company in question is Zorro Sounds. In a way, it is ironic that this shady, disreputable company calls itself Zorro, the classic hero who fought against imperialist power and protected the people. I am so concerned about this reseller that I have decided to make as much noise about them as I can. I have reported them to Amazon several times. I have reported them to the Better Business Bureau. And here, I'm going to tell you why you should be wary of this company. I will never buy from them again, and I advise you to listen very carefully to this video. I recently purchased the full-cal Utopia for a pretty hefty discount. One major factor for the lower price is the fact that the headphone is missing the decorative rings on the ear cups. They do nothing, and I really didn't care. I figured it wouldn't matter, since if the headphones worked as promised, I wouldn't be selling them anyway. I verified with Focal, and these headphones are legit, and they were purchased from an eBay seller with an excellent record. Then I started wondering if there indeed were replacement decorative rings I could buy online. I mean, China sells everything else, so why not try? I checked, and surprisingly, I found it. So here's the thing, it all looked pretty shady. First, the decorative ring was being sold by a company I had never heard about before, a company that I most certainly should have come across in the last few years. And you guessed it, the company was Zorro Sounds. I checked their website and they have an assortment of items limited to audio gear of all kinds. As I clicked through fake Zorro's website, I saw an additional listing for the screws necessary to attach the decorative rings on the Utopia. The price for the rings was $60, and the price for the 6 screws and a screwdriver was $10. I had made my peace with not having the decorative rings on the Utopia, but if I could get replacement rings for a total of $70, I wouldn't mind the extra expense. But there was absolutely no way I would give this website my credit card information, and I had no intention of buying anything from their website since I could not trust on any warranty or guarantee I would get my order. I checked on reseller ratings for some idea about this fake Zorro. Here's a tip. If you have any doubt about the trustworthiness of a reseller, go to reseller ratings. You won't always get an accurate picture, and there are plenty of reviews that simply whine about a product not being to their liking. But reseller ratings does provide some help. Fake Zorro was on reseller ratings and had about 60% positive feedback. I looked through the comments and there were several which complained of either not getting an order or getting the wrong order. Obviously, there were positive ratings as well. I'm no dummy, but I do like to play risky business every once in a while. So, I decided to test out the fake Zorro. I would put my $70 on the line for you people so that you would never get screwed. Look, I told you I'm no dummy. I didn't order anything from Fake Zorro's website. Luckily, or as it turns out, maybe not, Fake Zorro has an Amazon seller page. They sell a bunch of random things on Amazon. Lo and behold, Fake Zorro listed the Utopia rings and screws on Amazon. And by the way, they happen to misspell the word rings. Well then, let's play our little game. The Utopia rings in the photos, both on the Fake Zorro website and on Amazon, were exactly the same. The photos showed the decorative rings of the Elir, not the Utopia. But the listings promise that these rings are for the Utopia. So I ordered both the Utopia rings and the necessary screws. But I chose to buy these items separately with separate orders. And I'll tell you why later. The screws and screwdriver were about $10. The Utopia rings were about $60. Mind you, I had little confidence in Fake Zorro actually delivering. Both items shipped a few days after I placed the orders, and that looked like a positive sign. About a week later, I got the first package, the screws. This order came in a UPS envelope. The shipping label was glued onto the front of the envelope and looked as if it had been torn from a printout. This will be relevant later. Inside the UPS envelope was a manila envelope, and inside this manila envelope was a small plastic bag with one little screw inside. And there was nothing else. I was supposed to get 6 screws and a screwdriver. Instead, I got 1 screw packed like a Russian nesting doll. Obviously, I wasn't surprised. I took a photo of the package. I decided to contact Fake Zorro on Amazon and demanded an explanation. I told them what happened, and I said I wanted the order fulfilled. I wasn't even asking for a refund. The next morning, I got a response. Again, this seemed positive, until I read it. Fake Zorro said that the order was shipped by Amazon and it's Amazon's problem. Well, rather cheeky. I have been an Amazon customer for 20 years. I would sit in the dark and sob myself to death if I counted up how much money I've thrown Amazon's way. I know Amazon's shipping policies, methods, and timelines. And nothing about this shipment said, "Hello, I was shipped from an Amazon warehouse that uses essentially slave labor to make Lord Bezos the richest man in the universe." Remember that label I spoke of? The one glued onto the UPS envelope? That's not an Amazon shipping label. It's the bottom half of the shipping printout Amazon sends third-party sellers when those third parties sell an item. I should know. I sell stuff on Amazon regularly. Furthermore, Amazon will from time to time use padded envelopes for some items, but only small items, and those envelopes always say Amazon on the front. Amazon does not ship with UPS. They would never spend the expense to ship 6 screws with UPS. Finally, Amazon would not spend the 2 cents on an additional manila envelope inside another envelope. That's 2 cents out of Lord Bezos' pockets. Amazon did not ship the screws. I knew it was a lie, and it was a stupid lie at that. The shipping label clearly had Fake Zorro's address on it. No sophistication whatsoever. Ugh, I hate exposing dumb people. It is simply not fulfilling. Here's how Amazon's third-party sellers ship items. Anyone can sell an item on Amazon. You can create your own product out of thin air and put it on Amazon's marketplace, and trust me, there are plenty of those products. If someone places an order for a product I'm selling, Amazon will send me an email. I have a few days to ship the order. Amazon will give me the buyer's contact information. I can print out the shipping information and glue it to the front of the shipping box, but this is not a prepaid postage stamp. It's simply the buyer's address. Once I ship the order, Amazon will send the buyer an email. I won't get paid for the order until 14 days after the order was shipped. This is different from eBay. eBay requires that an order be delivered before payment is sent to the seller. When Fake Zorro got my order information, they had to ship fairly quickly to start that 14-day clock. It took nearly 1 week for the first shipment to arrive and 2 weeks for the second. I am fairly certain that Amazon had dispersed my money to Fake Zorro by the time my second order arrived. Anyway, I contacted Amazon support immediately after I saw what was in the first package. I told Amazon what happened, and the customer support person read the email Fake Zorro has sent me. Amazon confirmed Fake Zorro was not telling the truth, that the screws were actually shipped by Fake Zorro. Amazon sent Fake Zorro a request to fulfill my order and address my concerns. In their dispatch, Amazon warned Fake Zorro that if it does not correct the faulty order, this would be elevated to an A to Z claim. Fake Zorro had 48 hours to respond. I want to briefly stop and explain Amazon's A to Z guarantees. These apply to everyone, not just to items sold directly by Amazon. If you choose to sell something on Amazon's website, you are held to the same A to Z guarantee. Oh, you can have your own return policy and blah blah blah, but if an order arrives defective or incomplete or damaged or doesn't arrive at all, Amazon is very displeased with you. There are occasions when Amazon will enforce their guarantee even when the buyer is at fault. I once had a buyer lie his way into a full refund despite me showing Amazon seller support documented evidence that the buyer was lying. So the point is that if you do business on Amazon, Lord Bezos has only one requirement, that you make him money. Making customers angry means angry customers don't come back. And Amazon would rather deal harshly with a seller that sometimes sells products rather than lose a customer that regularly shops on Amazon. The equation is favorably tilted in the customer's direction. Now, it's not a guarantee that the customer will always win, but it's more likely than not. Now, back to Fake Zorro. 24 hours went by since Amazon sent its warning to Fake Zorro, and no response. I then contacted Amazon and told them I was getting a little peeved. Amazon said they still needed to wait until 6:57 a.m. on June 11, 2020 because that is when the 48-hour period for the seller to respond would expire. Now, you might be wondering, what happened to the Utopia Rings? Well, they were stuck in Illinois while all of this stuff regarding the first shipment was being carried through. For nearly 7 days, my second package was stuck in Illinois. The UPS website said that the order was delayed because of recent protests. As I spoke to the Amazon representative regarding these screws, I mentioned my second package and the fact that it had been delayed in Illinois for 7 days and was not shipping. The Amazon rep was intrigued. He asked if I wanted a full refund. I said yes. He then sent another email to fake Zorro demanding a refund on my behalf because the delivery date had passed and there was no update about the shipping status. I told Amazon support that I had no faith fake Zorro would respond to the refund request for the screws. Amazon said not to worry, they would automatically initiate to an A to Z claim. I advised the Amazon customer support person that I believe fake Zorro's reviews were also fake. I asked Amazon to manually look at the reviews. I explained they would notice a trend of 1 or 2 word 5-star reviews that seemed very suspicious. Amazon said that they would have their fraud team look at it. About 2 days after I initiated my A to Z claim for the $10 screws, Amazon responded. They forced a full refund. Now, what about that second package? Well, it finally arrived about a month after I had placed the order. It was in the exact same type of packaging as the one screw fake Zorro had sent me. It came in a UPS padded envelope. Inside the UPS envelope was, you guessed it, a manila envelope. And inside the manila envelope was, everybody guess, a small plastic bag with one Focal Utopia decorative ring. I was surprised that they sent me a ring at all, but there it was. Unfortunately, I couldn't use just one ring. I immediately sent fake Zorro a refund request. I told them their listing never mentioned the order would consist of only one ring, that the listing was misleading and I wanted a full refund. The next day, and to my surprise, I got an authorization to return the decorative ring. I put it back in its manila envelope and mailed it via USPS at my own expense. Fake Zorro did not pay for return shipping. USPS, surprisingly, delivered the return to fake Zorro about 4 days later. I waited until the 5th day and the scammer fake Zorro didn't send me any notice that they received the package. So on that 5th day, I sent fake Zorro another email and demanded my refund. I also contacted Amazon and explained what had happened. Amazon opened another A to Z claim on my behalf. The next day, fake Zorro sent me an email. They asked if I had the rest of the packaging for the order, and if I didn't return the rest of the packaging, they would charge me a 50% restocking fee. They also claimed their listing page said only one ring would be sent. I was rather annoyed at this. I responded that I sent back the order exactly as it was packaged. I also told them that their listing page was not accurate and that they had never said only one ring would ship. An hour after this email exchange, I got a notice that fake Zorro had initiated a refund of approximately $26. Mind you, I had paid about $60 for the ring. I then contacted Amazon. The customer support person reviewed the email exchanges. Amazon escalated this dispute with their fraud department. I was told that Amazon would get back to me as soon as possible. As of the day I upload this video, I haven't heard back from Amazon yet. However, that A to Z claim is still pending investigation. This was my experience with Zorro Sounds. I am not surprised by their conduct or outright lies. I expected something like this to happen. But if I'm upset after having foreknowledge, then I can imagine an unsuspecting customer would be livid. Zorro Sounds is a disreputable company. It lies, cheats, and steals money. Now, let's talk about why I believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that Zorro Sounds is a scam. I concede that a lot of what I'm about to say is colored by my personal experience with this company. Still, I ask you to look at this company very carefully. Zorro Sounds looks and acts like the scummy reseller we all fear. Look at their website. There's something off about it. The weird collection of items, the overall design of the website screams panic alarms. If you scroll down to the bottom of the website, you see that they have a copyright from 2017. Ostensibly, they have been doing business since then. But there are no Trustpilot reviews. There is no Google or PayPal merchant verification. Fake Zorro does have a floating dialog box for its reviews. Click on it. You'll see a pop-up box that shows 94 reviews with ostensibly 4.5 or 5 stars. But as you navigate through the pages and pages and pages of reviews, you will notice 5 things. First, they are mostly 5-star reviews. That is a huge indicator of false reviews. There is no merchant anywhere that gets full 5-star reviews regularly. Second, a lot of the reviews say basically the same thing and just use different wording. Third, if you look very, very carefully, you will see that some of the reviews are actually negative, and Fake Zorro copied and pasted the negative reviews but put 5 stars on the logo. Take a look at this little gem from Randall W. Quote, "You don't want to hear from me because I am not satisfied. Weeks have gone by and I still cannot tune my guitar and you have my money. This is nothing more than another computer scam. You are a ripoff." Gee, if Randall felt so upset, why did he give a 5-star feedback? Or how about these two happy customers, Blanca and John? They both said one-word 5-star reviews. John said, "Nice," and Blanca said, "Good." Looks legit to me. Or how about the one from Yvonne, who gave 5 stars and also said, quote, "Still have not received." Oh, and then there's Lori, whose 5-star review says, quote, "I have been trying to get online to order another pill but have been unsuccessful. If you would like me to order another pill, please contact me by email. I actually need the pill bead that goes inside the dude." I have no idea what the hell that's about, but it's not a 5-star review. The fourth thing you will notice once you get a few pages deep into these so-called reviews is the dates of these reviews. You quickly see that many reviews are dated on the same day and that reviews are posted on consecutive days. In other words, you will see 5 or 6 glowing, or not so glowing but still 5-star, reviews on day 1. Then you will see the same number of reviews on day 2, then on day 3, and then on day 4, and on and on and on. You know, B&H Photo, a reseller that has excellent customer service and a track record for honesty and accuracy, struggles to get reviews for its products and its website. Click on products on the B&H Photo website and you'll see sporadic written reviews. And yet, Fake Zorro seems to have attracted quite the following. If these reviews are an indication, then Fake Zorro is outselling B&H. It is fascinating how many people allegedly came back to Fake Zorro's website and left vague reviews. There's a fine line between selling and overselling, and Fake Zorro is overselling how much people like them. And the fifth thing you will notice is that a lot of the reviews seem to be randomly sorted. They are not sorted by date. In fact, you could read a review from 2016, then jump to a review from 2018, and then the next one would be from 2020. This seemed a little odd to me, so I kept reviewing the reviews. Finally, on page 19, we get an indication of the true reviews. The page contains reviews from 2018, some of which give Fake Zorro 1 star. The reviews here say that the items did not arrive, or they got an empty box, or they got a defective product, or one which they didn't order. Then, a few pages later, the so-called positive reviews continue unabated. Isn't it odd that these reviews are out of order and the negative reviews are wedged 19 pages deep? If you wanted to hide negative reviews, you could just hide them in the middle of the group where nobody would ever look. But why add negative reviews? Laziness and to pad the numbers of review pages, I think. Look at these reviews. Many of them are one word, such as good and great. It's not really what I'd call a review. I suppose if you sit at the computer and write fake reviews all day long, at some point you'll just get lazy and do whatever you can to pad the numbers. Can I prove this? No, I can't, but I don't think I need to. You see, the case for fake reviews is pretty strong circumstantially. Go to Fake Zorro's seller pages on Amazon and Reverb, scroll through them. You'll see overwhelmingly positive reviews, all of which are on consecutive days, one after the other. Keep scrolling through on Amazon and you'll eventually find a few negative reviews where people experienced what I was subjected to. Go ahead, go on Reverb, and I don't know if you'll ever find a negative review for fake Zorro. That's because Reverb is easy to scam. Believe me, I've been scammed on Reverb before, and I also sell on Reverb from time to time, and they have some very shoddy listing policies and rules. Fake Zorro also has a Reverb account. It has all 5-star ratings. I spent 30 minutes going through page after page after page, reviewing each of the 5-star feedback. I tried to find copy and paste reviews, but finally gave up. Fake Zorro's Reverb account looks squeaky clean. In fact, it looks as clean as the account for Zen Pro Audio. Zen Pro Audio is a fantastic company. I have purchased many expensive items from Zen Pro. They are quick, responsive, and provide superlative customer support. And as far as I can tell, Zen Pro has been in business since before 2014. Yet, Zen Pro's Reverb account has only 1/3 of the reviews that Fake Zorro has. Zen Pro also has 5-star reviews. In all respects, if you were to look at Fake Zorro's Reverb page and nothing else, you would get the impression that Fake Zorro is a reputable company, an impression that is absolutely wrong. But you'll need to dig a little bit more, like I did. I discovered that Zorro sounds used to sell on Newegg's marketplace. Now, Newegg has been around for a long time. It is a one-stop shop for lots of electronic gear. It's generally trusted and well-maintained. Newegg deactivated Fake Zorro's account. The website does not say when this happened or why, but Newegg thankfully did not delete the reviews Fake Zorro received. The reviews indicate that Fake Zorro has been selling on Newegg since at least 2014. And the negative reviews showed people were given the wrong item, defective item, or incomplete order. Some commented that Fake Zorro refused to answer their complaints. Sounds a little familiar. Zorro Sounds does not have any reviews on the Better Business Bureau's website, but it does have reviews on resellerratings.com. There are only 10 reviews on Reseller Ratings, but nearly half complain of the same issues as all the other people who gave negative reviews on the other websites. How do you fake reviews on Amazon and Reverb? Well, it happens all the time. You see, you don't have to be a verified buyer to leave feedback for a seller or their items. Furthermore, you can pay people to write positive reviews for you and your products. You can sit on your computer and purchase items from your own Amazon or Reverb store and then give yourself amazing reviews. Why even do this? Because you know you have bad service. You drown out the negative reviews, which you cannot stop on Amazon, eBay, and Reverb, by mass submitting fake positive reviews. Rarely do buyers read every single review for a seller. The first dozen or so seem sufficient, and in fact, the overall seller score is the biggest factor. It's easy to increase your seller score if you constantly game the system. Fake Zorro has a physical address. They state this address on their website. It is 1 West Englewood Avenue in Englewood, New Jersey. I checked the address on Google Maps. Google Maps took this photo in July of 2019, less than 1 year ago. This place doesn't look like any warehouse I've ever seen. Fake Zorro lives in a decrepit one-story building that should have been condemned when the rest of the neighborhood was remodeled. Look, you can see that the doors and windows are boarded up with plywood. The blinds are pulled down and some look broken. Now, maybe this photo was taken on a day when the place was closed, but the front of the building has no poster showing the store hours. This building looks abandoned, and frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Funny enough, Fake Zorro lives 1 block away from the criminal courthouse and the police station. Living right under their noses, eh, Fake Zorro? Well played. Is all of this information conclusive? No, it isn't, but it is really disconcerting. For anyone else not in my position, having ordered and been deceived, you may experience this information differently. You might chalk all the negative reviews to dissatisfied customers exaggerating, or people who ordered products without understanding what they were ordering. You could say that Fake Zorro's overwhelming positive reviews on Amazon and Reverb show that the company is indeed trustworthy. You certainly could hope that is the case, and maybe have a better experience than me and many others. You might see a Dragonfly Cobalt at a discount on Zorro Sounds, buy it and be happy. Or you might buy a $10 screw set and get, well, screwed. I have to point out that Zorro Sounds is an authorized dealer for many companies. Here is a brief list of the manufacturers that list Zorro Sounds as one of their authorized dealers: Denon, Polk Audio, Astle & Kern, and the French AudioQuest website. Strangely, when you go to AudioQuest's US website, Zorro Sounds is nowhere to be found. I sent Denon an email and asked if Zorro Sounds is still an authorized dealer. Denon responded and confirmed that Zorro Sounds is still an authorized dealer. How unfortunate. Google showed that Zorro Sounds is a dealer for AudioQuest. Well, at least AudioQuest's French website says so. But the US website does not list Zorro Sounds as a dealer. This was a little confusing, so I contacted AudioQuest. I sent 2 similar emails asking whether Zorro Sounds is an authorized dealer. One email went to AudioQuest's customer service department. The second email went to Krista Howie, the lead contact person for AudioQuest on the West Coast. I got a response from customer support first. They said that Zorro Sounds is an authorized dealer. But a few hours after that, I got an email from Krista Howie. She said that Zorro Sounds' relationship with AudioQuest had been terminated. The breakup happened in August of 2019. I copied and pasted Krista's email and sent it to the general customer support person who had replied to my question. I asked who was correct, him or Krista, and a few moments later, the customer support person responded. He said that Krista was correct. Zorro Sounds' relationship had been terminated. I decided to contact Polk Audio as well. I sent them an email, but I haven't received a response from Polk Audio yet. It is unfortunate that such hi-fi brands have Zorro Sounds as an authorized dealer. I mean, it's not like they need somebody like Zorro to sell their stuff. When you purchase expensive hi-fi gear, you expect to be treated with respect and courtesy. I assume that is one of the factors a manufacturer like Denon or Astle & Kern requires when they allow someone to be an authorized reseller. On the other hand, these manufacturers might not know that Zorro Sounds treats customers badly. They might not be aware of how many people are getting ripped off. Fake Zorro also has contact information on its website, other than the New Jersey warehouse that looks like background scenery from Fallout. They also have a phone number. I called them 4 times on 4 different days at 4 different hours of the day. Nobody ever picked up. I once called them after their business hours and was greeted with an automated voicemail service. Before I bought their items from Amazon, I sent Fake Zorro an email using their messaging portal on their website. I asked for details regarding the Utopia Rings. I never got a response or even a confirmation that my message had been received. Fake Zorro's website says they have live chat support. I checked their website sporadically in over a 5-week period. That chat service was never active. When Fake Zorro bothered to respond to my Amazon complaints, they offered absolutely the worst customer service imaginable. They lied to me and said they did not ship the order, but that Amazon had. That's a little strange since the shipping label had their address on it. They refused to apologize for my first order, the ones with the screws. In fact, they didn't even care. They didn't say they would try to correct the mistake. This order was over $10. They were so desperate for $10, they shut down communication altogether. It took an Amazon A to Z claim to get my $10 back. Then, when the second order came in and I reported I wanted a full refund, Fake Zorro was already on shaky ground with Amazon. They just had an A to Z claim sustained against them. Any more claims and they might have their account suspended or revoked. I cannot say what exactly went through their tiny minds, but I can guess. Like the amateur criminals they are, they likely concocted a half-baked plan. They granted my return and refund request. Of course, they didn't pay for return shipping. When the package was delivered to them, they decided to ignore it. When I prompted them to give me my refund, they said they'd look at it. And then they sent me an email saying that I didn't return all the original packaging and claimed this would mean I would get only 50% of my money back. They also said that their Amazon page clearly said I would get only 1 ring. They immediately disregarded my response that they were lying, and they initiated the 50% refund. When I contacted Amazon about this, the Amazon rep looked at our email conversations. The Amazon rep quoted Fake Zorro's email to me that I didn't return the full packaging and the description of the item was accurate on Amazon. Now, most people would throw their hands up at this point and give up. I am not most People! I told the Amazon rep that fake Zorro was lying and demanded the rep look at the item description page. I then told the rep I wasn't going to drop the issue. I explained the fake reviews fake Zorro had. I told him about my last order with fake Zorro. I told him how upset I was, especially since I had been an Amazon customer for decades and spent a lot of money on their website every month. I told the rep I wanted my refund in full, immediately. The rep said he would forward my complaint to the fraud department. He said that this was beyond an A to Z guarantee. And all of these shenanigans, was over $70. If you can't trust this awful company for $10 screws, how the hell can you trust them for $500 items? Some of you might say, I got exactly what I deserved. This is what happens when you play with fire. Well, of course. I play with fire, so you don't have to. For some of you, this is all just entertainment. For others, it is a sharp reminder not to trust fake Zorro or any other reseller that looks similar. Look, I never tell people to boycott a company. I have complained about AudioQuest's constant lies and false marketing, Aston Kern's shady practice of overcharging for devices, then not supporting them, Beyerdynamic's warranty that is no warranty at all, Audeze's poor treatment of customers, Drop's hype train machine that uses nefarious advertisement tactics, Monolith's fake warranty and stupid design choices, and Chord's blatant misrepresentations about its products. But I have never advocated that anyone boycott these companies. I do not believe that is beneficial for the community, since both people and companies change. I want to give these companies a kick in the pants, but not a knockout blow. Moreover, I cannot be sure that I won't buy from these companies in the future. And if I'm open to buying products from Aston Kern, Chord, Audeze, and AudioQuest, it is not appropriate for me to tell anyone else that they should not buy from these companies. But Zorro Sounds is different. I will never again buy from them. My experience with them was penultimately bad. It was the worst experience you could possibly have with any retailer. Zorro Sounds lied on their listing pages about the products. They initially refused to communicate with me, and when they did communicate, they lied again. They ended up taking nearly $40 from me when they got the product back in exactly the same shape they had sent it to me. In my opinion, Zorro Sounds is the worst retailer you could do business with. You cannot trust them. Maybe you will have a good experience, or maybe you will have a bad one. But when we audiophiles purchase gear, stuff that costs a lot of our hard-earned money, we should expect excellent service every single time. We can have gripes with manufacturers about their products, but we should not have to fight retailers. We should not have to hope and roll the dice with a retailer. Unfortunately, that's what you must do with Zorro Sounds. You must hope it all works out for you. I will not buy anything from them again. And I hope this video reaches as many people as possible so that nobody else becomes a victim to this wretched company. I am boycotting this company. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm only asking you to be very careful with this company. My personal belief is that they are criminals. Their behavior with me fits the elements for mail fraud, and based upon the many reviews I've read, it's possible Zorro Sounds did the same to others. Hey, fake Zorro, I'm on to you. You are a corrupt, contemptible, disreputable, disrespectful, deceitful, dishonest, despicable, immoral, reprehensible, swindling company. And I hope your business crumbles.